Hello everyone, Berserkhead here and welcome to my series called Total War Tactics, in which I show you many different tactics used throughout history and teach you how to perform them in the games of the Total War franchise. Today, I'm going to talk about the horse archer encirclement, which was widely used by civilizations like the Mongols, the Parthians, the Scythians in ancient and medieval times. I'm going to explain the theory behind this tactic and give you examples of how effective it could be. Let me start with the theory. First of all, obviously you need horse archers, as many of them as possible. And second, you need to encircle your opponent, positioning your horse archers around them so that your enemy's army has nothing to do but to try and chase them. Once your opponent is encircled, you will be able to rain arrows from all sides, which itself could be quite devastating, but on top of that your horse archers are very fast and it's going to be very hard for your opponent to catch them. So the battle could possibly go in two ways. One, your opponent decides to hold position and rely on your mercy, in which case the middle of the circle turns into a giant killing field, and two, your opponent tries to chase your archers, in which case the battle turns into a pursuit. But this was just a theory, so let me show you a battle scenario. Of course, this is a battle against the AI and things will look much different in a multiplayer battle, but you will hopefully get the idea. I command the Seljuk Turks and the AI commands the Byzantinians. My army consists of 9 units of Turkish Sipahis and my enemy's army consists of 5 units of Cataphractoi. First of all, I divide my army in 3 parts, each containing 3 units. I keep the auto fire and the skirmish mode on because I want to start shooting as soon as my opponent gets in range, and I want my horse archers to withdraw as soon as my enemy gets too close. And this is exactly what happens, but as my units in the middle start to withdraw, I advance with the units on my flanks, which allows me to encircle my opponent. The slow Byzantine and Cataphracts have nothing to do but to try and chase me, and as the battle goes on, many of them fall. As the chase continues, some of the Byzantine units rout, which allows more than one of my units to concentrate their fire on a single Cataphractal unit. This way I win the battle and I lose just 69 horse archers, some of whom died by friendly fire, but this is a price you have to pay sometimes if you want to win. And now let me talk about when it is a good idea to use horse archer encirclement and when it isn't. First of all, it's a good idea to use it against phalanx, pikemen, heavy cavalry and infantry, but however it's not such a good idea to use it against light cavalry and horse archers. The reason is obvious. When performing this tactic, you're relying on your speed and the fact that your opponent is not going to catch you easily. But when facing light cavalry and horse archers, this is not the case. There is no way to know what army you're going to be facing, but just if you see that the one you're playing against has mobility not less than yours, try and use your horse archers in a different way. For example, you could hide some of them in the forest and you could perform a horse archer forest ambush, but I'm going to talk about this tactic in one of the next few episodes. It's not a good idea to bring an army consisting only of horse archers. Always have troops to support your horse archers for 2 reasons. 1. You're eventually going to run out of arrows at some point, and 2. After some chasing, the enemy troops are going to be all over the place and they're going to find a way to outflank some of your horse archers. In both cases, your army is going to fail because horse archers are generally not good in melee. So what units you should bring for supporting army? In my opinion, it's heavy cavalry because this way you're going to be able to perform rear charges while your enemy is chasing you and you're not going to lose much of your mobility. But of course, be thoughtful before choosing a support unit and think of how you can use it in your own advantage. And the last tip that I'm going to give you is, aim for the general. Once your enemy is encircled, morale is going to be very important. Once the general is dead, some of the units will break immediately and hopefully cause a chain rout if they're close together. Anyways, these were all the basics of the horse archer encirclement. I showed you what its capabilities are and how to perform it, so hopefully after watching this video you will know a little bit more about Total War. My name is Berserkhead and I hope you liked the video. See you next time, goodbye.